Hi, I'm here talking to my neighbors, my former neighbors, Michael Burke and Robert Charles, who lived on my third floor until they became homeowners last January. And they have a story to tell about a series of correspondence letters they had with Barack Obama. So, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, good morning, Sally, and good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Um, First of all, we're thrilled with the president's announcement yesterday. It means the world to us. And back in February 2004, Barack, like we are best friends with him. Barack was running. He was an Illinois state senator running for the U.S. Senate, and we want to make a donation to his campaign, but we wanted to also send a letter that criticized his support or his lack of support, actually, for gay marriage. And we wanted to make sure he saw the letter and that it didn't get sort of tied up in his campaign. And so we sent it to his home in Hyde Park. And basically, the letter said, we're supporting your campaign. We have your campaign buttons on our lapels. We have your campaign signs in our windows. We think it'll be good for the state and good for the country for Barack Obama to be our next U.S. Senator. We disagree with you on this one important issue, gay marriage. And at that point, this was back in 2004, he was still just supporting civil unions. And so we made the argument that he should be supportive of gay marriage, and we needed champions to stand up. But we sent him a check, and it wasn't. I mean, it's not a huge check. It's not like we have much means, but it was a sizable check for us. And so it was a couple of weeks, I think, passed. It was maybe 3 weeks or so, and then we received a letter back. And it looked like it had been written by him because it wasn't formatted correctly like an administrative assistant or somebody would format it. And it was, dear Robert and Michael, thank you for your letter. Sorry it's taken me a while to respond. I've had late nights on the campaign trail. And then basically he outlined his stance, which is that he was for civil unions, not for gay marriage. And then he had the political argument in it as well that, going for gay marriage at this time would play into Karl Rove's playbook. And we needed to avoid that. The important thing was capturing the Senate seat and keeping control of the Senate. And then he did the most remarkable thing. He returned our check. I still sort of get goosebumps thinking about it because it's a Chicago politician returning a check, which just doesn't happen.
No, that's unheard of.
Yeah, and so he returned the check, and he said, "I want you to really consider my stance on this issue before you support my campaign." So then, of course, we were just sort of awestruck. We doubled the contribution, and sent back another letter, telling him onward, bravo. Then we wondered whether this was all his smart fundraising technique. Is this what he was doing to always double his contributions? But I think that would be too sophisticated, even for a very sophisticated thinker and politician like Barack Obama.
I was very surprised by the president's announcement that he was supporting gay marriage, due to the fact that he continued to say that his thought processes were evolving. But not only am I surprised, but I have to say that I'm very proud that he would come out and take such a stand and view the fact that it could be a political issue for him down the road. And I just really think it helps to move civil rights forward and other issues that affect our society here in America.
Yeah, it was strange. I really do feel like, wow, now we're in the 21st century. The president, we still have this long battle, state by state and in the courts, to get full protection and full equality for gay people and gay couples. But what the president does is, the president, with the force of that office, while the game still is played in state legislatures and in the courts, the president has reset the goalposts. Before, the goalposts only went as far as civil unions, and that was sort of as far as a national dialogue could go. The president very forcefully said yesterday, the goal is gay marriage and full equality, and that is huge, and it is with plenty of risk, and it's a bold move. And we're thrilled, personally.
Right. Well,
I'd like to get married before I turn 60.
Are you going to? Do you think you're going to?
Well, that's the other good thing, just from a strategic point of view, is that, in Illinois, I mean, it's absolutely shameful that with a powerhouse mayor, a democratically controlled state house, democratically controlled Senate, Democrat as governor, it's absolutely shameful that we don't have full equality for all Illinois taxpayers and all Illinois citizens. And what the president's remarks yesterday did was sort of reshuffled that deck. And it now said, hey, listen, men and women in Springfield, we're playing an entirely different game. And you've got to get serious about this now.
Right. And I have to say, the very first time that I met the president when he was running for U.S. Senate, I found him to be very likable, very charming, and there was something very striking about him that really spoke to me, as if I knew at the time. It was just so strange that I thought to myself, when this man is going to be president one day, there's just something about him. And I think that's the other thing that spurred us on to write this letter, is that we actually had a glimmer of hope that someone could get elected into office, such as Barack Obama, and he could help move the civil rights even further ahead. And we actually see that happening now.
It is a pretty amazing time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It is.
Well, Andy, so do you think you're going to be writing him a letter soon? And if you did, what would you say?
We talked about this. So we think we are going to write a letter, and it's going to have 4 words. Thank you, Mr. President.
Very good. Very
Short
good.
and sweet.
Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, Sally, thank you.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you soon.
Sounds good. We'll invite you to the wedding.
All right, great. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.